Noni Madueke is edging closer to being an Arsenal player next season. Let's get into it. Yeah, I can't quite believe those words have just come out of my mouth because this was not one I saw. Noni Madueke to Arsenal is progressing and yeah. So over the past 24 hours, Romano, Ornstein and the usual suspects have been mentioning that Madueke has agreed personal terms with the Arsenal, and as of this morning, Romano is now suggesting that Arsenal are imminently going to make a bid for the Chelsea winger. Now, this has, of course, sent Arsenal fans into a frenzy because this was not the type of signing or the type of player that we thought we would be looking at this summer. And look, I'm not one to rubbish a player before they've even signed for us, but this is a signing that I'm struggling to see why we're going for him. Because from a metric standpoint, the only player that he really is a little bit of an improvement on is Gabriel Martinelli. He's a little bit more efficient in terms of what he can produce. But the trouble is, Madueke is mainly a right winger. He doesn't really play on the left, and the reports earlier in the week were suggesting that he did not want to play on the left wing. It wasn't something he was keen on. So the assumption is that he'll retain his position on right wing and maybe become a Bukayo Saka rotation option, which has also raised question marks about Ethan Nwaneri's future. They're currently in contract talks with Nwaneri, and there's talk that Chelsea are interested in Nwaneri. So people are obviously worried, have we affected his minutes and is that pushing him out of the door? Now, the hand of Arsenal, who has been absolutely playing a blinder in terms of the information that has been coming out of this account when it comes to Arsenal this transfer window. What has been suggested here is that, yeah, personal terms with Madueke have been agreed, but the understanding is that it's not going to affect Nwaneri's future, and that could link into something David Ornstein said. Now, I'm just speculating with this, but Nwaneri's future, according to Ornstein, is seen as an 8/10. So are we going to see Nwaneri actually push in field and provide the rotation option for Ødegaard? But that then also raises question marks about the Eze links. Because if Eze's coming in, let's say, Nwaneri's minutes may even be reduced as a result of that because he's a more experienced player at this stage of his career. But look, this is a transfer that I think has thrown everybody off guard. There's obviously some biases against the fact that it's another Chelsea player. It's not one that I particularly would have gone for. Let's see what it is that we do elsewhere. If it's a case of we're getting some bigger targets in the striker position and maybe on the left wing option, then this makes it all a little bit better. But look, these are just my opinions on the Madueke transfer potential. What are your thoughts? Let me know your opinions right there in the